It's so good to see such a big crowd of local people here, because this is what it's all about.
Been wanting a place to bring all our groups together so we can have a hub where everyone can come and get information about Northfleet and come together to increase the feeling of community, and we are finally in one.
It's a good, friendly, local community. Everyone's willing to help support each other, and I just hope that everyone takes advantage of it and do more activities for all ages.
I've said we put Northfleet back on the map, and we ought to be very proud of that. Not Gravesend, Northfleet.
I want a centre that works for Northfleet.
I declare the new Northfleet Central Hub open.
Got it.
Thank you.
Originally we had the premises over at the Hive, but we had a few issues with that, and then the Methodist Church were going to give this building up, and we didn't want it to be sold as flats like so many other buildings in the area, as it's been used as a community building for so long. So we saw the opportunity to get in, and we've had a refurb, and this is our launch.
We've got a full repairing lease, so but no rent, just a full repairing lease, so that'd be good. Hopes for the centre are to keep the existing groups here who've been using the centre for a long time, so to get them on board and see that we're not in here just to make change, we're in here to improve it and get the centre used more and more by the local community, because there are gaps that can be filled.
It's brilliant to have secured this, but who knows, let's see what the local people want. It's theirs, you know, it's their money to spend.
I think it's a good opportunity now that Big Local is here. We can take it over, rebrand it and get the community to start using it again as a centre.
The last year I've started volunteering with the food bank with Deborah on a Wednesday and Thursday. My kids do the local school activities, and I've started volunteering with some of the children's clubs during the half-term holidays.
This centre will be a big community hub where people from all different ages, from races and background can come in and just celebrate being in the community together. We want Northfleet to be back in the map again.
In the last year, 234 new clients, so people that have never used Food Bank before, locally, that have had to use us for the first time, which is really quite shocking in this day and age. We do have quite a lot of families coming through our doors, and a lot of large families that have been impacted by the benefit cap. People applying for benefits and then having to wait a long time to get any money in, and they haven't got the resources to sort of plug that gap. So without Food Bank, they would not be able to feed their families and feed themselves. I wish I could say in another year we wouldn't need a food bank, but that's not going to happen. You know, we are getting busier, and we're seeing things like disability benefits as well, people being reassessed and not getting as much as they would in the past. So the trend seems to be that those that are at the bottom of the pile already are finding it harder and harder to make ends meet.
Our main sort of tranche of work at the moment is around the move from disability living allowance to PIP, and the two different ESA components, and we've been helping people to get onto the right components so they can still look for work and be active. We have got an amazing track record of success at tribunal. About 95% of our appeals have been upheld, which makes you think that the decision in the first place wasn't, although we'd like to take credit for that, we think that it just was a completely wrong decision in the first place. And without our help, these people are often really vulnerable. They haven't got the skills to fill in these very complicated and 80-page forms. Without us doing that, there are probably lots of people out there that still aren't getting the right benefits because we can't reach anyone.
Since we last spoke, I've got the funding from London, from Unlimited, to actually start up the business. This is the Soothe Community Creche, which is the name of the business.
Right.
The idea is, say if you had a course on and you always wanted childcare, while the parents do the course, they would ring me, and then I'll come along with my team of volunteers to look after the children. There's still people that doubt that I can do this, and do I know what I'm doing with the business and everything, but I'm determined to make this work and prove everybody wrong that it will work.
We have one volunteer who is absolutely amazing, called Mandy. And without Mandy, it wouldn't have happened, because Mandy's got that creative vision of how to put it all together,
Since I've been living in Northfleet and hearing tales, things that people have told me about living here, one of the things they always said about was the dust.
Northfleet was never a place that I would want to live because of the dirt.
It was terrible. So I just randomly had put a post on Facebook asking for people's stories because I'm interested in the history. And the responses I got were absolutely amazing. There was joyful stories, there were sad stories, and I thought, well, I've got to do something in this. What can I do? One of the recurring things was about the washing, and the washing being dirty all the time. And I thought, what can I do? And I thought, I'll make a washing line with concrete washing on.
I hope the centre will do off-the-wall art, like the washing, and let's just do some workshops and invite people to come and play.
Well, the arts project outside is actually based on living, loving and listening. 3 very important things, I think, in people's lives. So the first part of it is the living part, which is an edible garden. The second part is the loving. So we created a chalkboard heart for the community to write messages of love and positivity on. The listening wall is basically it's a little booth with a post box where people who are maybe feeling a bit down or upset and need to share it with someone, they can write it on a piece of paper and post it in a letterbox. I asked for a few artists that I know to come and join me. So we had Beryl Driscoll, Duncan Grant and Liz Howe, Julian Kent and myself and Jackie Byrne. So we put a little bit of a show on with pictures, pottery and an installation about Northfleet.
We started Beat Club about 4 years ago, taking over a kind of non-curriculum music education project that's run up at Wallace Park here in Northfleet. And what we wanted to do was to create a kind of music education space for secondary age kids where they could come and learn to play instruments, learn to sing and learn soft social skills like, you know, a general sense of community, better their self-confidence. We don't offer any formal qualifications, but we do have students who previously didn't play any musical instrument go on to both college and university to study music performance. Big Local is where we originally got our funding to deliver Beat Club and to buy our equipment, and we are still currently funded by them in year 4 of our project. You know, I can't think of another organisation that would have enabled us to do what we do. It enables us to really focus and target our delivery on people from what is one of the most deprived areas in Kent. We also have some separate funding from them to deliver at a studio that is being built down the road at Ebbsfleet United Football Club. So they are building a recording studio in there and fitting it out, and we're going to deliver down there sessions to teach people about recording and production.
We've got the new Ebbsfleet Garden City coming as well, and that's going to be a beautiful place, isn't it? But, you know, Northfleet was a beautiful place, even though it was covered in dust.
Ebbsfleet Development Corporation, so we've been consulting with them. They start their work on the green path corridors and pathways this week coming, actually. So they started in the Chalk Pit path and the Granby path. They're clearing that. So we're still working closely with them. They just opened the new school and they're doing the new train station as well. So that's really on our doorstep now. So yeah, we're still staying in touch.
There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of ideas, but people hold back in getting involved. So if people could really get involved, this could make such a difference for this community.
Hopefully, it will become a community once again. You know, so that people do realise that there's more outside of their own front door. It's not just a matter of that little isolated space of being at home, maybe at work or maybe unemployed, and just pop into the job club, coming back home again, knowing that there is more and there's a community that wants to support one another.
We're here and each and every one of us can make a difference and take the message back to the community and say, there is something here for you, come and join in.
It's got me out into the open, it's made me explore what's out there, what help support's out there.
I'm really positive about the future. I think what's happened today has been fantastic. I think it's the sort of sign of things to come.